Hi everyone, Amy O'Connor back here with you. And today we're going to be tackling one of the most overlooked sales skills out there, listening. I mean active, focused listening. Shut your mouth and pay attention listening. Because if you get this right, your buyers will literally tell you how to sell them a home. But most salespeople miss it because we're just too busy thinking about what we want to say next. Stephen Covey said this best when he said, most people do not listen with the intent to understand, they listen with the intent to reply. And in sales, that's sometimes our default mode. We're in our heads and we're crafting the perfect answer or we're setting up for the close, and we just completely miss what the buyer told us they need. I remember a few years ago, I was at the doctor's office, and it was a new doctor, so he didn't know me. And he was asking a bunch of questions. Now, he had his back towards me because he was facing his computer, so already not great listening skills. And he was asking some of the normal intake questions that any doctor would ask. And I'm sure at some point he thought, oh, right, I'm supposed to make a personal connection. And so he asked me, do you have kids? And I said, yes. And he asked how old, and I gave them the name. And then he just continued on with his medical questions, which was fine. Except for about 10 minutes later, when we were having a broader conversation, he asked me again, do you have kids? I mean, if that is not bad listening, I don't know what is. And part of this is just how our brains work. We can process speech at 400 to 500 words per minute, but people only talk at about 125 to 150 words per minute. So our brains get bored, they wander, they start problem solving, and just like that, we're not listening anymore. But here's the truth. In this market, buyers are cautious. They're skeptical, they're stressed, and the most powerful thing you can do is make them feel heard. Because when buyers feel heard, they feel safe. And when they feel safe, they open up. And when they open up, they tell you exactly what matters to them. And that's where the sale happens. Celeste Headlee actually gave an incredible TED Talk called 10 Ways to Have a Better Conversation. And she said that there is no reason to learn how to show you're paying attention if you are, in fact, paying attention. In other words, stop performing. This is not about performance. This is about actually listening. So how do we get better? I'm going to give you 3 specific actions that you can take right now. Number 1, pause before you respond. Count to 2 in your head before you say anything. Listen, I know it's going to feel awkward at first, but it slows you down. It makes your response more thoughtful and grounded. Number 2, paraphrase what you heard and ask if you got it right. This sounds something like, so it sounds like this home fits your needs, but the monthly payment is giving you pause. Did I get that right? Now they feel seen, and you've just uncovered the real objection. And number 3, use a tool, something like Plaud. Now, Plaud is a little AI recorder that captures your sales conversations. Every 2 minutes of playback is going to show you where you jumped in too soon, talked too much, or skipped right over a pain point. And it's humbling because sometimes we just don't get it as right as we thought we did. This is the way the sales pros really level up their game. So let me leave you with this. Listening isn't soft. It's not passive. It's not just polite, it's a power move. And if you do it well, your buyers will tell you exactly how to help them. You just have to shut up long enough to hear it. Thanks for watching.